Hello, I will be conducting this interview on behalf of the Foundation for Fighting Blindness. We have Melody Noy, a fashion designer in Salt Lake City, Utah. Melody, tell us a little bit about yourself.
I am a local designer here in Salt Lake City, and I also have Usher syndrome.
Can you tell me just a little bit about how you were diagnosed in general?
I've been misdiagnosed almost my entire life, and it wasn't until about 2 years ago that I actually was diagnosed with Usher syndrome. There was a night that I was coming home late, and I had parked outside of our apartment, and it was dark, and I had a lot of trouble finding my way in the dark, and I didn't think that was normal, so I went and saw my eye doctor and went through like tons of tests, and nobody was telling me what was going on, and I was getting nervous, but he eventually told me that I had Usher syndrome.
Was that hard to hear the diagnosis, or were you just relieved to get a diagnosis that you felt was 100% correct?
Growing up, when I was born, I had a hearing deficit, and I've had to wear hearing aids my whole life since I was 4, and so just trying to deal with that all the time and trying to be like everyone else and adjust to the world in that way. Now I have to adjust with my eyes on top of that, so it actually was kind of difficult. I went through a grieving process, not gonna lie, for my eyes, because I knew that I was going to lose them eventually.
With having that diagnosis, how has that affected your plans in life?
Well, being a new mother, I mean, I have a 3-year-old son. It's changed a lot in how I view my future, too. I want to make sure that I do things that are really important to me with my family, as well as things that I've always wanted to do, because I don't have that set date of when I know when I'm not going to be able to drive anymore. I'm not going to be able to see some things, and so it's kind of rushed me a little bit to try to make sure that I do some things that are important to me. It was my husband that ultimately said, "You just do what you love to do because you're going to regret it." And he was right. So, and I'm really happy that I did it. I'm a stay-at-home mom, and I do what I love to do, and it's really important to me to follow those aspirations and dreams. And my ultimate goal when I design my collections and my pieces is to really make women feel like the best version of themselves when they wear my collection. And when I design pieces, I want things to be cool and sophisticated, but also really comfortable and easy to wear. Because with me, with my senses, and I have good days and I have bad days, but knowing that I can just grab one of my dresses or one of my coats and throw it on, it's kind of like a transformation that happens. You throw something on that's super easy to wear and sophisticated, just kind of elevates the bad mood, the bad days. And I really want to portray that to women. That's the ultimate goal of my collection, why I do what I do. And women are really important to me, and I think we need to share that kind of love for each other.
How do you feel your design and fashion has helped you through your diagnosis?
It's given me that creative outlet to deal with the emotions and the process that it took to go through my diagnosis. Really gives me that focus and relating to other women too when I make my collections.
Is there anything in particular you would like to share about yourself for someone that is watching?
On the lighter note of things, I guess, I never leave the house without mascara on, ever. It's like one of those, I can't do it. And I carry crystals for positive energy and to help keep the negative, and I just like to be a really positive person, especially in working in design.
Could you tell me real quickly what drew you to get involved with foundations like the Foundation for Fighting Blindness?
Yeah, with starting my new brand and creating this collection, I really felt like it was important to me and also as a brand to give back to those that are like me, to people understand that it's not hard to keep going and to fulfill your dreams, and it's just really important for me to give back. And also women and girls that are younger than me, I know what it's like to get a diagnosis and feel discouraged in your life. I think it's really important for women to let other women know that it's okay, that you're not limited to what happens to you. You are not your diagnosis. You can be something bigger and greater. And that's what I want to create with my brand, is to be something bigger and greater than just fashion for women. I have been following them on social media, and I love the support and the research funding that they do. I think it's really important to help spread awareness so that they can get more money for research, and that's part of the reason why I wanted to reach out to them too.
Is there anything about yourself that you would like to share with people?
Remember that it's important to stay positive and to not feel limited. I've always felt limited my entire life because I was different from everyone else. And it was really hard to try to conform, I guess, in a way, to the rest of the world. It can be really deterring, and I've learned, my mother is an extremely strong woman, and she always taught me to, no matter what life throws at you, to get back up and to do it again, do it again, and do it again. It's part of life. You have to learn how to overcome your obstacles. And being diagnosed with Usher syndrome, it was difficult at first, but it was just another obstacle again that I had to overcome and to adjust my life and make it work for me and it's that attitude that I've always had growing up, and I was taught to be that way, and I think that's really important for other people to think that way too. I'm Melody Noy, wife, mother, designer.